Good evening. Welcome to my live broadcast number 114, broadcasting live out of Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Q Pure, and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Just share the screen. We've got 3 blogs to read out. One moment, and they're all old ones. All right, there's steps to a fast start in the TBC community. And that's 23 steps. And they're all quite straightforward. First one is receive the gift. Number 2, complete the Kringle Cash profile, which is in your KCBO. Number 3, pass the send button test. Number 4, pay the $10 admin fee, or in our case we call it now grains of gold, so there's 4 grains of gold. Set up the new 009 wallet and set up a YouTube broadcast. Remember, we do this, the same one is also done in another blog, which is later. You can schedule a 30-minute broadcast inside the KCBO. We broadcast. And there's also $100 US purchase of Kringles. And today that is 40 grains of gold. Complete the transaction verification on the buyer's side in the KCBO. Have the seller approve your transaction on the seller's side in the KCBO also. Select the broadcaster and become their partner. Now, all of this is referring to new recruits, not the old ones, all new recruits. Sign up everyone in your household and help them to receive the gift, even babies. Help each member of your household to complete the steps above. Receive a 50% commission on each member of your household from your partner. Make a list of the 10 closest people to you in your life outside of your household. Invite all 10 of them to receive the gift and then complete steps above. Start 50 new chat sessions on Facebook using a GIF icebreaker. That's what, if you ever go to cash flow coaching classes hosted by Randy Wilson, the GIF he's talking about are those funny GIFs, those cartoon type things, them ones. Not so much, excuse me. Not so much the cranky ones. They show interest in each of these Facebook friends that respond to your icebreaker. Once chat dialogue is showing open friendliness, invite them to receive the gift. Help those that receive the gift to complete the same steps above. Work your broadcast leads side of the KCBO, and finally, study the blog every day. And that's where all your information, all your answers will come out of the blog. Don't go to your sponsor and start asking questions from her or him. Go to the blog. Because I think your sponsor might have enough on his or her plate. Everything you need to know is posted in the blog. Right, the next one is the quiet cringlers. Okay. The 1 to 2 year cash flow campaign is the bridge between the fiat-based economy to a fully developed TBC Kringle economy. Okay, next is the massive community growth campaign. Then comes merchant adoption campaign. Now the merchant one is starting to build very slow, but it is building. Okay. Fast forward 1 to 2 years from now, when we have succeeded in bringing in 1 billion paid members that are supported with at least 1 million broadcasters, and we are winning the info war against the elite and on our way to end poverty globally in 2020, having tens of millions of merchants accepting Kringle for payment in exchange just about any product or service that exists, and in fact we have a fully developed TBC Kringle economy. Valued, each of us will see in our respective TBC Kringle wallets will be fully unlocked and totally liquid to use as money in that global economy. That is our destination. We will succeed in changing the world, one where humanity embraces the idea of abundance for all. Once we conquer poverty, humanity will have the confidence to overcome any problem or challenge it may ever face ongoing. The universal state of misery we are witnessing today will be washed away for all humanity. We as a species have so much more potential than what we see we have today, and it is a potential worth fighting for to achieve. Won't take any notice of the broadcasting rewards because that's an old one. Okay, next one. Have you noticed the ratio between those that are broadcasters to the basic members is 1,000 to 1? They are ordered as such, as you can see from the image above. Clearly, our plan is to create 1 million billionaires while setting up 1 billion millionaires. As we move all of the coins sitting in admin wallet out to all the members' wallets during distribution phase of rolling out a full-blown TBC economy where all of our coins become totally liquid and easily spendable without any good negotiators in order to spend them. Please always remember that this is a rollout process and not a single event. Our future economy will be comprised of 3 socio-issues. Okay, here we go. The visions, the billionaires holding at least one whole TBC coin. Now listen carefully. Kringlers are the millionaires holding at least $1 million of Kringle coins. Now you get a gift of 25,000 cookies to take you through. And I do mention that quite often when I do some blogs. You need the gift on its own is not enough. Okay, 3. The former pool of humanity employed and paid in 100% Kringle by the Tibetans, and Kringlers paying them all more than a living wage any government may offer its people. Abundance for all means that there is more than enough to generously pay all of the working class who have the means to live a dignified life where every need is met with the ability to pay for it from their working income, and that there are more jobs in the world than people to fill them all. No man, woman, or child should endure homelessness or hunger in the modern technological world such as ours, where we have the means to mass produce more than enough for everything needed and efficiently distribute it to every corner of the earth. It is time for humanity to leap forward in a responsible fashion and let truth be our guiding light. Okay. Ultimately, most of our paid members will be Kringlers, and very little is expected out of them as we set up to be millionaires. In the mature version of our TBC Kringle economy laid out in the vision above. The most important thing we should expect from the Kringlers is that they quickly learn how to just be quiet. It's one thing to be a fool and quite another to prove it by opening the mouth. We have a number of fools among us. As I watch the chats inside a live broadcast and scan posts and comments within various TBC Facebook groups daily, these fools refuse to do their own broadcast and also excuse themselves from participating in a recruiting effort. But they're quick to express negativity out in the open for the public to see. They seem to think that personal difficulties constitute an emergency for our leaders to handle. They are snapping at the very hands reaching to lift them out of their dire circumstances. Their words bring down the moral of our community and stain social media by twisting what we are doing into an ugly representation. This behavior is very foolish. I want our Kringlers to know that our broadcasters and builders are working very hard for their personal benefit as Kringlers, and those that have chosen to step up to be the Tibetan billionaires don't deserve this kind of abuse. Stop throwing sand into the machine that is designed to make you wealthy. Just be quiet. If you don't have something nice and positive to say, let us keep working without being distracted by your ugly negativity. Please share this article and keep it handy in your toolbox with any you may find that are openly being negative in our community, and ask them to find the patience to let the time pass forward without interfering with our positive progress. Opinions of spectators are worthless to the players on the field. We will arrive at our destination much faster if Kringlers learn to be quiet. Fast start for broadcasters is the 23 steps which I've just gone through, so I won't go through those again. And I'll finish off this last paragraph. Yet we won't expect the Kringlers to do the work that is required to enjoy cash flow. Their reward comes down the road when the value of our coins becomes completely unlocked, and they will be the millionaires with 100% spendable money using our coins and a fully developed TBC Kringle economy. The gift is 25,000 cookies, and the basic reward for $100 purchase is 100,000 cookies. That's 0.00125 of a TBC coin. At the max value, that we will be worth around 3 million on. Once we reach the billionaire members, Kringlers only have the following steps to complete. And this is the one I just finished going at the first post blog. Okay. Study the blog daily. The next one, the last one is I've done it before, but I've done it numerous times, but I really hope that people understand what this tiered grains are. As of January 2019 comes to quick close, we have converted the holiday promo into the 2019 promo. How long will this last? How long will this 2019 promo last? Okay, it will last until we fill all of the 1,111,111 billionaire position at the top of a 10 by 9 matrix. Holding one whole TBC coin qualifies you to be one of the TBC billionaires. It will be 1,000 times harder to acquire Kringles in the distribution phase once all of the billion positions are filled. So I was saying just the other night how this works. To get into you must have one whole coin, like they're saying down here. You get into that billionaire position, and there's only 1 million plus positions there. You need to have one whole coin. Now, admin has figured out that there are a lot of countries around the world can't can't afford $100 US or 40 grains of gold purchase one whole coin. So what they've done, they've recognized that a lot of countries can't afford that. That's probably a whole week's work in some countries. So they've tried to make it easy as possible by starting off at 4 grains, 8 grains, and so on, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36 there. Now, who's to say that, to get one whole coin, you do 10 weeks purchasing 4 grains. At the end of that 10 weeks, that's 40 grains. That's one whole coin. Remembering that this promo is here until all of those positions are filled down here. So, the admin is trying to make it more affordable for like third world countries, second world countries. Even some of these first world countries are the same. So, there are not many countries out there that can really afford 40 grains anyway. Not many. But there you have the option of picking and choosing, providing they total up to 40 grains. And that's what gets you one whole coin. And that is all you're needed. Now, for how long it takes to fill those positions, nobody really knows. Okay? Nobody really knows how long it will take. Right, we'll get down here a little bit more. Don't make the mistake of believing Today's growth pattern will also be the same for tomorrow ongoing. We achieved so much in 2018 to relieve the people of their doubts about TBC. Now, TBC was called a scam. I've been in a scam before. I've been scammed, but you'll find TBC is in its third year around in March. Not many scams stay around that long or last that long. Not many scams last 6 months. So this TBC, if everybody does their bit, a little bit, doesn't matter how big or small, we will get to where we're going. Okay, the lawfulness of TBC operating free from the government regulation is clear to anyone that reads the public notice. We all know where that public notice is situated right at the front of your 009 wallet. Just click on that, or it's situated right in front of your KCBO, and you don't have to log into anywhere. It's there, just click on public notice, and there has everything that has legally been done, including the mission statement. And another thing a lot of people don't understand is we're a private society. Now, our coin is not market-based yet. Okay, so we're not governed by the government. We're not market-based. The goodness of TBC is unquestioned. When you read the Kringle mission statement, merchant listing shows the seriousness TBC is taking towards the use of Kringle as a medium of exchange for goods and services globally. The fact that we are still here 3 years later demonstrates our durability. So, we expect hundreds of daily sign-ups turn into thousands of daily sign-ups, and then tens of millions of thousands of daily sign-ups as we grow exponentially in 2019, quickly for all of the billionaire positions. Remember at the very beginning, once there's billionaire positions, it will be 1,000 times harder to acquire Kringles in the distribution phase once all the billionaire positions are filled. Okay, accumulative transactions. Hope you all know the meaning of the word accumulate. It means you are not stuck on the first transaction you do and TBC to be locked into your 2019 promo cookie rewards. Even if your first transaction was only 4 grains, you can do additional transactions that will add an additional 36 grains to maximize this promo. So it will all accumulate until you max it out at 40 grains. No worries, get started. Get in where you fit in, whatever you can afford, and later you can add to it. Transaction cookie rewards. 4 grains will get you 100,000 cookies, while 8 grains get you 250,000 cookies. If you look at the top over here on the grains you may purchase, there's your first 4 grains get you 100,000 cookies, and your referrer, they get 1 million cookies just for referring this person. Yeah, okay. For example, if you did 10 4-grain transactions, you will get 100 million cookies, same as if you did one 40-grain transaction. So One way or another, all members are encouraged to do a 40 grain transaction to maximize benefit to all. Right, per referral cookie reward. The more you do in transactions, the more of the cookies you will receive when you sponsor others to join TBC. This will not work retroactively. Think of this like a ladder. You get rewarded for your referrals based on the rung you are on this ladder. If you are on the 4 grain rung of the ladder, when you sponsor your first referral, then you will get 1 million cookies for that referral. Then let's say you are on the 20 grain rung of the ladder when you sponsored your second referral. You will get 5 million cookies for your second referral, but you will not get an extra 4 million cookies retroactively for your first referral. Not is the key word in the last sentence. 40 grain run rewards 10 million cookies. So at the end, we know right up till now that 100 million cookies is one whole coin. So the person who sponsored you to get to 100 million cookies, that person cookies will be, the sponsor will be 10 million cookies as per referral. So do your best to get up, do this run as fast as you can, and sponsor like Mad Dog while this 2019 promo lasts. Okay, for all you newies out there, run it past your sponsor, get your sponsor to run it past you, and keep up. If you don't understand, get them to keep explaining all these things to you, because it's important you understand where you are. And another thing, this promo only lasts until those positions are full. And I don't think there will be another promo like this, because the aim is just to fill up that billionaire position. And like they're saying at the last sentence of this top paragraph, it will be 1,000 times harder to acquire Kringles in the distribution phase once all of the billionaire positions are filled. Okay, let me stop sharing and come back live. Hello. Gee, I don't know if it's hot where you are, but she certainly is hot up here. But yeah, I hope, I know Brother Darren's in here. Brother Darren's in here, my wife's in here. I think they understand where I'm coming from with this promo. And we don't really know how long those billionaire positions will take to fill. But obviously, admin has put up the tiered program to make it affordable for most people around the world, like starting off at 4 grains, ending at 40, providing the total of grains is 40. 14 to 40, and well, it's really up to you, see how you work it out. And I don't think we'll get that opportunity again to use it once those billionaire positions are filled. Right, I'd like to thank Sister Violet, my wife Bex. Oh, sorry, my wife Bex. and Sister Carol, who is always supportive of our broadcast, and we thank you so much. And the brothers, Brother Ken and Brother Darren, thank you also, mate. I think you understand how important this 2019 promo, the one that's been extended, is. And I think people right around the world should take good advantage of that. Like I remember when I was on one broadcast, I told them, Bex and I, we had to go through 3 qualifications just to get in. The usual thing, pay the $10 and then purchase $100 of Greenwood. And the third one was 100 verified referrals we had to do when we qualified. But now, all you have to, you don't, with this promo, you don't even have to be a broadcaster. But there's always the advantage of the broadcaster, which is, 1 million cookies for each broadcast that's approved, and 1 million cookies for each send button meeting that you attend, providing you have a send button meeting turned on. Sorry. Anyway, thank you so much for watching once again. Enjoy your evening, and probably another month or so we'll be saying, oh, it's so cold. Never mind. Thank you once again. Good night, and same time tomorrow night.